As of Legends ZA, we've seen over 70 Mega Pokemon with even more on the way. But can it honestly be said all of them live up to the title Mega?
I think not!
Disclaimer, this is not a video comparing stats. This is going to be more of an aesthetic and vibes-based critique of Mega forms. But there are certain upgrades Megas introduced that even a smooth brain like me can understand. The first being their new abilities, because it says, in plain English, what it does. Oh. The second thing I love about Mega Evolutions that actually applies to ZA is when they get a new typing, which is the main topic of this video. Or to be more specific, Mega Pokemon that should have gotten new typings, but didn't. Mega Blastoise immediately comes to mind. You make the Christmas Tree Lizard a Dragon type, but the Walking Tank doesn't get to be part Steel. Not to mention, it would be a cool way to round out the Kanto starters by having them all be dual typed, putting a little bow on the trio. Mega Steelix retains its Steel Ground typing despite the newly present crystals all over its body, which in the Rock Ground Mineral Custody split historically goes to the Rock type, but I don't even think it should have been Steel Rock. It's a pretty common trope for psychic Pokemon to have crystals embedded in their body, and since these crystals are giving off a mystical vibe, it would have been really sick if the designer leaned into that in the already present floating chunks orbiting its body to merge the concepts of magnetism and telekinesis. Steel, Psychic. Mega Steelix and Glalie were revealed and treated as a duo, and I'm even more of the opinion the latter should have received a secondary typing, the Dark type. I don't have as long of a diatribe to justify it like with Steelix, just look at it. It's got the whole demon thing, which pairs well with Frostlass's yokai thing. It should have been half dark type. Those are the only Gen 6 Megas I have strong opinions on. I think by and large, the 6th generation nailed it with its Mega forms. I still love Mega Blastoise, Steelix, and Glalie. I just feel like they could have gone further out of the box. ZA on the other hand, I don't know what crack they were smoking for some of these. People who claim all of ZA's Megas suck are being dramatic. This game undeniably gave us some phenomenal Mega evolutions. But then there are those where I'm just like, really? This was you putting your best foot forward? Some of these I don't even think they were trying, and others I could appreciate what they were going for, but the execution leaves much to be desired. Mega Feraligatr falls in this category. It really only gets to shine mid-attack animation, but in its idle stance, this hood-like fin on its back looks really unnatural, as if it's made out of rubber, and it looks like it could be snapped off really easily. It sucks because I love Feraligatr, and when its mouth is closed, it is so awesome. But man, does it look really silly when it's waddling around with that weird ass appendage dangling off its back. It very much takes away from its aura. While we're talking dragons, Mega Drampa is a literal walking storm cloud whose Pokédex entry says, verbatim, it manipulates the atmosphere to summon storms. Why is this thing still primary normal? You give Ampharos a luxurious blowout and it gets to be a dragon, but the offspring of Thor fucking the World Serpent isn't part electric? On the topic of electric types, X and Y forms. They're cool. They each fill a different niche, and most importantly for our discussion, one of them usually got a new typing that complements their new stat splits. So why on God's green earth are these both mono-electric? Especially when this thing is jacked. Raichu X, the physical attacker, should be electric fighting. It would also expand its stab move pool since Raichu can already learn a few physical fighting moves. Most importantly, it's boring. Part of the choice for most people in picking the X or Y form is the type differential. Most people aren't picking Charizard X because it's a physical attacker. They're picking it because, hello, it's a dragon, it's badass. While I have problems with Raichu X, it at least feels like a Mega evolution. But Raichu Y is too small and cute to feel like it's a Mega form. That menacing look on its face isn't fooling anyone. It's like a Chihuahua who thinks it's a pit bull. My dream would have been this thing having larger ears to the same degree as X's tails, a hovering idle animation like Emolga, its tail hanging down making its silhouette look like a kite, and also its electric flying. This idea requires some tweaking of the base design to justify the additional typing. Roidachu has no excuse. Speaking of things that should be electric fighting, Zeraora in its base form should have had that typing. When I look at this thing, I'm like, oh yeah, that's part fighting, right? Wrong. But when they randomly gave it a Mega and had the chance to rectify it, they instead said, what if it was Luxray? 3 of the confirmed Megas going into Mega Dimensions are mono-electric, and I think that's pretty lame. I'm incredibly conflicted on Mega Lucario Z. First and foremost, visually this thing is awesome. I have no problem with it from a design standpoint. I do have a problem with its typing. This thing should have been Psychic Fighting. It's a typing that also complements Lucario's aura theme, and come on man, another pair of Megas with identical types? This thing just oozes. I have a new type combo. If not Psychic, then something, and that not being the case is, like the Raichus, so boring.